Hey guys, welcome to episode 1, day 5, I think, since diagnosis. So here's what's going on. I did get better news today than I thought I was going to get, but I also didn't get all the news that I thought I was going to get. So I had to go see the surgeon for the first time today. Very nice guy. And he didn't go through all the answers that I thought he was going to do. And of course, I was so nervous this morning I forgot my book. But I worked myself up for absolutely no reason because he doesn't even have all the answers. So what he did do was setting me up with appointments with oncologists. He's setting me up appointments with a plastic surgeon. And he explained to me that a lumpectomy as compared to a double mastectomy changed than it was 20 years ago. He said it used to be a double mastectomy, pretty much wiped it out. People don't think they have to go for mammograms. That's not true because you can still get it, especially if you're using your own fat. You can still get it. The survival rate in recent years has been almost the same. So reoccurrence has been almost the same. But more importantly, what he told me is that triple positive is also not what it used to be, where having a positive HERS2 is like, the worst thing in the world. It's not so much anymore. He said things have advanced a lot in 10, 15 years. So it's not as bad as it once was. So that was a positive thing too. He said some good things about my results is that we know that 80 to 90% of the cancer is being eaten up due to estrogen. 60 to 70% is being eaten up by progesterone. So it's very, very likely that once you cut my estrogen and progesterone, then I won't have any more issues. Most likely. All this changes if it turns out to be genetic. If I have the BRCA gene, cancer mutations, that changes the outcome. So the next step is going to be genetic testing. Once the genetic testing is done, then it's not a matter of a choice. Then we absolutely recommend you to get the double mastectomy because it's in your genes. But there's no way to predict. You can look at family history, but there's really no way to predict that that's what's going to happen. If I do nothing and decide, let's just live out my life, it could be 30 years, but it could also be 3 years. So, and not that I asked him, but he happened to bring it up. I was like, well, since you mentioned that. But yeah, he said cancer is one of those things that can change at the drop of a dime. So everything may be great now. Everything may look like it's moving super slow and there's no reason to rush to get anything done due to the fact that it's moving super slow. You're already 52, you got 30 years left. And that could happen. That could totally happen. It could be like I could just live with breast cancer and don't fight it. But the odds of it continuing to be that slow are slim to none. So if I do nothing in 3 years from now, I could be dead. So we're going to fight it. And my kids will kill me if I don't. And I have to outlive my mom at least. So I am obviously going to fight it. But we don't totally know what we're fighting yet. So I do have some time though. He said, not 2025, but I don't have to rush anything before Thanksgiving because too many factors are weighing on the genetic testing and, what the plastic surgeon says. Because he said the plastic surgeon can be like, well, I don't think a double mastectomy is the right choice for you, and here's why. I don't think a lumpectomy, if I wanted a lumpectomy, I don't think a lumpectomy is the right choice for you, and here's why. So tomorrow they're doing that tumor talk, and he's going to call me between 7:30 and 8 in the morning, which I have to answer the call. I don't know, something about Alabama law that you can't leave an answer on the machine, but they said that they're going to discuss do I definitively need a breast MRI? We know that I definitively need genetic testing, but do I really need an MRI? So that's one of the things being discussed tomorrow. Also, the alternatives for uh, which way my genetic tests come back. He said, if my genetic test comes back negative, then he doesn't favor a double mastectomy, but he's a guy and it's not his body. So, hey, if I could save my whole boob and only get a lumpectomy, I am totally, totally fine with that. But it will take most likely chemo and radiation. Radiation is a definite. There's hands down, not even a question. 21 days of radiation after the lumpectomy. So that's that. He really did make me feel a lot better though, because I was thinking I'm, got this death sentence and oh my God. But no. And so that's good to hear. And I'm glad that there are updates in breast cancer research. He said if there's any cancer you'd like to get, breast cancer is one of the most curable. So that's a good thing. And less reoccurrence rate. But at the same time, he's got to tell you that, it could come back. Even with a double mastectomy, it could come back. But again, it's my choice. And he recommends that I speak to the plastic surgeon first. I speak to the oncologist first. I get all the answers. He said every single breast cancer place will tell you, take your time. It's a major, major decision. Take your time and make the right choice. I don't know who this is. Oh. Hey, I'm in the middle of making a video. I'll call you right back. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Anywho, that was my darling son, who every day forgets his uniform or something for football. I cannot wait for football to be over. And what else did he say? But he was saying that I need to, make the right decision for me. No doctor can tell me what I should do with my own body. It is completely my choice, but know that it can come back either way. He said there is an onco test they're going to do, and the onco test will determine rate of reoccurrence. That will also play a major factor in my decision. So right now, I don't have to stress. Right now, I'm free and clear. Right now, it's like, all right, we're good to go. We're good to go. So I don't need to stress until I need to stress. And right now, I don't need to stress just yet. I have a couple of weeks to think things through, speak to the doctors, the oncologists, plastic surgeons, and see what happens. But right now, my focus is going to be banking money, putting money aside, putting money away, making lots of money, updating the website, and just be prepared for being out for like 12 weeks, which is going to be really, really rough, but we'll figure it out. We'll make it work somehow. I have tons of family support, friend support, you guys support, and we'll make it happen. My mom said she's going to come out for a couple of weeks, however long, I need her out here. So hopefully it won't come to that, and hopefully it'll just be a lumpectomy with, radiation or chemo. Honestly, I don't want chemo. I will look like an egghead without hair. And I just don't. If I can avoid it, I'm going to, but I don't know if I can avoid it yet. At this point, I can, but I'm sorry, I said that wrong. At this point, I will most likely be getting chemo, but we're going to try to avoid it and see what happens. So that's the update. Again, I feel a lot more positive now than I did earlier. I feel a lot more positive now than I did this morning because I was like crying. But now it's just, I got to focus. I got to focus on making money. I got to focus on, building a business. Because like I said last night, life doesn't stop because I have cancer. That I can assure you. Life goes on. Bills still have to get paid. Rent still has to get paid. Nobody is stopping their life except maybe my mom. But nobody is stopping their life because I have cancer. So, and nobody's stopping bills from coming in because I have cancer. So we got to focus, plan ahead. I'm glad I don't have to worry about this before Florida because I'm really looking forward to seeing Phoenix. And that's it. All right. So I miss my son. I will see you beautiful people later. Again, I apologize so late for the update. I went to see the little baby. And I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. All right? Peace.